I had another birthday recently. I'm no longer in my 30s. Okay, I hear you. I'll be honest. I can no longer even see my 30s in a rearview mirror. Happy now? I told a friend of mine who is the same age, we're not old, we're just well seasoned. Last week we thought about midlife and its defining question, what have I missed? Well, if that's what we ask at 40, then here's what we ask when we reach, well, a few years past that. What do I have? I love listening to a Prairie Home Companion, and I'm already grieving the fact that Garrison Keillor is soon to retire as host of the show. It's entertaining and witty and wise. One of the witty and wise things he said on the show some time ago was this: one of the beauties of aging is that you quit trying so hard to make the world a better place and just enjoy the world instead, which oddly may help you make the world a better place. He was correct. He did not say that we ever reach a time when we throw in the towel on the crucial issues before us, when we say, I'm not going to worry about it anymore, it's somebody else's problem. Instead, he said that when we finally reach the point of saying, I like this world and treasure life, we will be more inspired to protect it. As we age, we are blessed by a perspective of history. We look back and remember the joys we experienced in nature along the journey, and that inspires us to commit ourselves to protecting the environment so that others may enjoy nature too. When we remember the blessings of love and relationships, we work harder at protecting relationships and expressing love while there is still time, telling people how much they matter to us and how grateful we are for them. You get the idea. When we look back thankfully, as Keillor put it, we are more inclined simply to enjoy the world, and that inspires us to make the world better. But the season of life we call aging is not simply about looking back. Spiritually, it's also about looking forward. Isn't that at least part of what Paul's words to the Philippians meant? This one thing I do, no longer being bound by the past, but looking forward to what lies ahead. I press on toward the goal for the upward prize of God in Christ Jesus. I remember a woman well advanced in years who was a member of a church I served long, long ago. She had been taken to the hospital. So I went to visit her, prayed with her, and told her I was sure she'd be well in no time. She answered, I hope I will be well, Michael. But if that does not happen, I'm not afraid. In some senses, it's almost an attractive idea. The truth is, I have more friends over there now than I do over here. She was looking forward to more life over here, to getting well and returning home. But she was also looking forward to what comes next, to life beyond this life, and reunion with all those whom she had loved and lost in a place where there's no sickness and no death. Aging is a time when we gain perspective. Perspective that involves looking back with thanks and looking forward with faith. But as Keillor reminded us, it is also a time when, if we are wise, we decide simply to enjoy life and to drink deeply of its beauties. That's why I adore the poem by Jenny Joseph. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple with a red hat that doesn't go and doesn't suit me, and I shall spend part of my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals, even if there's no money for butter. I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shops. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick the flowers and learn to spit. I can wear terrible shirts and eat 3 pounds of sausages if I wish. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry and pay our rent and not be silly in the street and set a good example We will have friends to dinner and read the papers. But maybe I ought to practice a little now so that people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when suddenly I am old and start to wear purple. Think about these two questions. First, what do you most appreciate as you look back over the course of your life to this point? Second, what do you most joyfully anticipate as you look ahead? I'll see you next week on Soul Purpose.